Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Great League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Trevenant! Now, since the beginning of Season 13 of Pokemon Go Battle League, I've kind of been holding off on running Trevenant. This is in fact the first time this season that I have ran it. And I'm here to say, guys, it still has tons of play despite all of the Noctowls running rampant. It is particularly useful on the lead to combat the Medicham leads that we see quite a bit of. And also on this team, Lanturn and Stunfisk on the safe swap, here to protect Trevenant from its flying type weakness, as well as draw out any potential Medichams that may be lurking in the back on your opponent's team. Stunfisk, one of the more safe and reliable safe swaps, because even at a type disadvantage, it can still put in the work. And also on this team, we've got Lanturn in the back to provide an extra layer of flying type coverage for Trevenant on the lead. Having two anti-flyers in the back behind Trevenant only bolsters the power that Trevenant has in this meta, and Lanturn quite safe and reliable, much like Stunfisk. And before we hop into the featured set of the video, gonna start things off with a few bonus battles that I thought were a lot of fun. Here we go. Positive lead. We had a Medicham. They make a play into a Shadow Golbat. You don't see this too often in the current meta, but it does still definitely have some play. So gonna meet this with our G-Fisk here. Lanturn is a fine counter to Golbat as well. Just G-Fisk is a little bit better because with that steel typing and the ground typing, we're triple resisting their fast activating charge move of Poison Fang, which forces them to build all the way up to that big Shadow Ball. And of course, we do tank the first one. This is a Shadow, so we do have to tank the second one. And we did trigger the CMP tie there, so gonna go for this Rock Slide, and they will likely let this go, wanting to come back in with their Medicham to farm us all the way down and load up on energy. But G-Fisk has something to say about that on its way out, able to get to this EQ, and they do let it go. That is amazing. And of course, we will wait down the switch. Oh, probably should have waited down the switch timer, I should say, but we do come in with our Trevenant. And they are going to go for an Ice Punch, but we do tank one, no problem. And they've got a Noctowl in the back. Oh, you absolutely love to see it if you run this team right here. This is exactly why we've got these two Pokemon behind Trevenant to handle those Noctowls that are running rampant. Going to go for a Surf Bait, as it's likely that they would want to protect Noctowl, but they do successfully call that bait. Good on them. So might as well just go straight Surf from here on out. I'm not sure where their motivations lie. It looks like they're not looking to preserve the Noctowl, which may be a bit questionable. But to be honest, guys, they're backed into a corner a little bit here. And just going to farm all the way down. And even with this amount of health, Lanturn can still put in work just because it's so darn bulky. We pressure a shield, and now it's Trevenant time. Time to clean this game up and take out this Medicham. We just wanted to get to the back-to-back seed bombs here. One will undoubtedly get the shield. They are looking to go down with the ship. Not a problem at all. We have the second one locked and loaded, and we're saying bye-bye to the Medicham. Oh, man, Trevenant makes it look easy. Closing the game strong. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Yeah, guys, like I said, Trevenant, still Trevenant at the end of the day. Here we go. Pidgeot lead. Awful lead. Just about the worst lead you could possibly see. Gonna make a play into our G-Fisk safe swap, and we do draw out the Medi in the back. That's what G-Fisk is here for. So, like I said, even at a type disadvantage, G-Fisk can still put in the work. They go for an Ice Punch there. We are not shielding a thing from this Medi. We are just here to get off damage and grab shields. We get off the damage, and that is absolutely fine. We will make it to another EQ if they don't throw, and they know that, so they do throw, denying us the energy. We're not going to shield to protect this energy because they can just return the shield in kind. We're just going to wait down the switch timer and look to come in with our Trevenant and farm this thing all the way down to Funky Town. They're not making it to another move. And we have loaded energy. Going to aggro swap right into our Lanturn, fully anticipating the Pidgeot to come back in. And they're going to waste some energy and debuff us with a Feather Dance. That is a misplay in my humble opinion, as they make a play into a G-Fisk. And the reason why is because they took unnecessary super effective spark damage, which may put them in a rough spot in the end game. But we are debuffed, so the play here is to burn the clock, guys. We're throwing these charge moves. They are still adding up, but we mainly want to burn the clock. If you guys know that you need to do that, the best way to do it is to throw your charge moves. And we do successfully shield up a potential EQ. That would have been quite catastrophic for us, and we're going for yet another Surf, grabbing the shield and going to look to combo play with our Trevenant, banking on them not quite knowing where our energy was. We do grab the shield. That is amazing. They likely lost track of our energy, and we knew that we were not going to get the alignment, which is why we were fine to just put the pressure on. But you guys are about to see the power of Trevenant. Holy smokes, we just go straight Seed Bomb. That's all you can really do against a flying normal type. That is the most energy efficient way to go, and they are adding up. Holy smokes. They're not throwing their move. They're trying to farm us down, but they realize we're going to make it to another Seed Bomb and take them out. That is the power of Trevenant in this flying meta right now, guys. And they are going to go for another move here, and they waste more energy not playing Pidgeot correctly, in my opinion. That is a massive waste of energy because we do still have a shield, and they just allowed us more farm by debuffing us, believe it or not. We're going to go for the Surf here. Doesn't quite KO because of the debuff, but we are in the driver's seat now, my friends. All we have to do is shield up the potential EQ. I knew it would have been a Rock Slide bait, but better safe than sorry. And we win CMP tie, getting to Surf number 2, which means that we're saying bye-bye to the G-Fisk. Lanturn taking full control of that endgame, closing it out in dominant fashion. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh man, had a lot of fun with this Trevenant team in the Great League, and here we go. Nidoqueen, a brave soul, running nerfed Nidoqueen. My goodness, I cannot believe people are still running this thing, but we press on nonetheless. Gonna go for the big Shadow Ball. Both moves hit for neutral, and we grab the shield. That was quite interesting to see. They don't generally shield the Shadow Ball, and we will shield up this Poison Fang here and swap into our G-Fisk to clear that debuff. And they're staying in. G-Fisk, although Nidoqueen does have access to Earth Power, G-Fisk is still a very good answer to it because the Earth Power doesn't even put us into the red. And we are triple resisting this fast move pressure. Gonna bait with a Rock Slide. I was thinking maybe they're weak to a G-Fisk in the back, but they no shield it and call the bait successfully. Good on them for that. We know that this is just a triple resisted Poison Fang, not shielding that whatsoever. And could have gone for the farm down, but it's fine. Just going to get rid of the Nidoqueen here and win switch. They come in with an Empoleon, so this is very interesting. A lot of people running Empoleon to deal with the Flyers. That's fine, but we've got just the answer to an Empoleon, guys. Believe it or not, Lanturn hard walls Empoleon like you wouldn't believe. We resist Drill Peck, we resist Waterfall, we resist Hydro Cannon, which is why Lanturn is an amazing answer to Empoleon in this meta. Gonna look to put it out of its misery. We say bye-bye. They no shield that, and they had a Skarmory in the back. Holy smokes. They were super weak to Lanturn in the back, allowing us to clean the end game up in dominant fashion. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh, those were some fun bonus battles, but we now move into the featured set of the video, and we are met with a Pelipper. So, not the best lead for Trevenant, but we can hang in here. They, I guess, tried to catch a move onto a Registeel, so this is fine. We can stay right here, guys. We've got two amazing answers to Pelipper in the back. They're doing our job for us here, guys. Bringing in the Registeel. Trevenant, an amazing answer to Registeel. Going for Shadow Ball number 2, and holy smokes, they let that go. Hello? And so now what we're going to do, because they just basically sacked their Registeel, we're going to take full advantage of the misaligned switch timers and absolutely gobble up this Pelipper for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they realize they might have made a mistake and concede the match. Oh, you love to see it. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played. Oh man, this Trevenant team was really putting in the work, especially when you pick up a lead like this. This is an amazing lead in the form of Registeel, because Trevenant, with the Ghost Grass typing, hard walls, its conventional charge move set. So we're gonna let this go, and it's a flash cannon. Oh, ouch. Was not expecting that, and they make an aggressive play into a Pelipper, so we kind of just needed to regather ourselves here a little bit. Was not expecting a flash cannon, but they did let that go, which is actually going to give our Lanturn less farm here. And they go for a resisted Weather Ball there, and they've got a Shadow Swampert in the back, so them running the crazy flash cannon and hitting us letting that go through put us in a rough spot. Did not know that there would be a Swampert in the back, but that's fine. And we go Thunderbolt here, guys. So that was really dumb. For some reason, I was thinking Thunderbolt did more base damage, although resisted. But actually, you want to go straight Surf up against Swampert. So very silly misplay there. Yeah, just if you're ever faced with a Swampert in general, guys, you just want to be going straight Surf on it, as it does actually do more damage. Hits for neutral as well, and it's much more energy efficient. But yeah, this battle a little bit clunky, but we're working our way out of it here. They can't farm us down with resisted lock-ons, so we're going to go for the big Shadow Ball here, grab that final shield, and we know that with a shield advantage, our G-Fisk will do just fine here, no problem. And they know that as well as they do. Promptly top left upon seeing the G-Fisk. Good game, well played. Oh, that last battle was really clunky, maybe a bit cringe, but we got it done in the end. Here we go. Sableye picking up bad lead. Sableye's not good for Trev. We go into our G-Fisk safe swap and gonna look to bait with a Rock Slide on this Lanturn here. They really need to hold on to Switch, and I was reading that they would likely shield, and they do, and that is fine. They are at a potential back-to-back Surf here, but we know that we comfortably tank 2 Surfs, and they're still going to have a very difficult time farming us down. It will get us into the red. We will hang on by a thread, but even from this health range, they will struggle to farm down. So we did grab a shield with the Rock Slide bait. Gonna go for the big EQ, and they let it go, not wanting to go down 2 shields. And just like that, G-Fisk has won us Switch advantage. That was the best case scenario right there, allowing us to align our Lanturn onto the Sableye. And they're staying in here a little bit to put the pressure on us. That is fine. We know that we tank 1 of whatever they throw at us. It's just a foul play. That's fine. And gonna full send the Thunderbolt here. This will do big damage if they do let it go, and they do. That is amazing. Not sure what's in the back, but because they were willing to let that go, I'm not sure. So gonna play it safe and shield our Lanturn here. Even up the shielding scenario, preserve some health, and look to take out the Sableye here. But they shield. That is very interesting. So that means they likely have a flyer in the back. It could be an Altaria. That's generally what it is if it's a Sableye lead. But no, it's a Noctowl. So preserving the Lanturn is going to be quite nice for us here. But we do have to play very carefully. Going to go for the big Thunderbolt. Does big damage. And now we're going to have to set up a catch, guys, anticipating that they would overfarm by 1. And they do. And it's a Sky Attack, which means that we live. I wanted to get them within Seed Bomb range. They are trying to double up, get to back-to-back moves. That's really what they need, but Trevenant's here to deny that and take out the Noctowl and farm down the Sableye, but they do concede. It was over. Trevenant taking over again. Yet another endgame. Good game. Well played. Had to employ some tactical maneuvering in that last one, but we got it done in the end. And here we go. Shadow Suicune. What, at the time I'm thinking, what am I seeing right now on my screen? Shadow Suicune. I know that this thing has Ice Beam and Bubble Beam. I was one off on my counts. We shield out of caution, and they make a play into an XL Chansey, so kind of threw me off a bit seeing that Shadow Suicune. So that's a really bad habit of mine where I will throw a move to gather my thoughts. When I'm thrown off guard, that's something that I'm working on. But when they threw that in, I immediately recognized that they're running the classic Great League timeout team, my friends. I haven't seen this in quite some time. It was quite amusing to see, but it runs Shadow Suicune with XL Chansey and XL Wobbuffet in the back, and the play is to just draw out the timer, have those two tanky Pokemon in the back, and Suicune running Snarl and Bubble Beam debuffs you, which just draws out the timer. But they are failing miserably, guys. Who would have thought? Trevenant core breaks the classic Great League timeout team. You love to see it. And there it is, the XL Wobbuffet right on cue. We read the team accurately after having to gather our thoughts and recover a bit from what we were seeing. But this is absolutely fine. Trevenant is going to run right through this Wobbuffet, guys. It's a psychic type. We can hit this thing for super effective. They let the Shadow Ball go through. And the reason why this is failing miserably for them is because the goal with this team as well is to hang on to your 3 Pokemon. You want your 3 Pokemon to remain so that you have a better chance of winning the timeout victory. And that is failing miserably for them because our Trevenant takes out the Wobbuffet, and this Chansey is well within the red. They can take our Trevenant out all they want. Our G-Fisk is still super healthy. We've got loaded energy on it, waiting down the switch timer, anticipating the Suicune, and it is nighty-night, sleep tight for this timeout team. Oh man, parlor tricks will get you nowhere, my friend. Good game, well played. Oh man, seeing that blast from the past kind of made my day in these battles, but here we go. Picking up a positive lead. It comes in the form of Medicham, expecting them to immediately swap. They do into a Frostlass, so we come in with our Lanturn. So probably should have come in with G-Fisk, but I was thinking we fully resist the fast move pressure with Lanturn, whereas we're taking neutral with our G-Fisk. So that was the thought process behind aligning it here. And they do shield our Thunderbolt. Probably should have baited there, knowing that they really had to flip switch here with their Frostlass. We will have to now shield. It is an Avalanche bait. That is okay. And just going to go straight for a Surf here and not bother building up, because if we do, at this point, they just outpace. And we are getting dangerously close to being able to be KO'd by a Avalanche. We're basically within Avalanche range at this point. But they go Shadow Ball, and that's fine. So they forced both of our shields, and we're able to load up on energy. So that's fine. Just going to put the pressure on the Medi here with our Thunderbolt. It's going to chunk a little bit, tad bit, and going to look to get to another one. Their play is to farm us all the way down and have a move ready for our Trevenant with no shields, which is quite daunting if you're a Trevenant player. But they aggro swap into a Shadow Alolan Sandslash, so very interesting. Was not expecting to see this. And we have no shields. That Bulldoze does a lot because of the Shadow bonus. Gonna bait. We're one shy, but kind of hoping that they lost track of the energy. And we do get the shield, even though that we were one off. This is not looking good. This thing is shredding through us. Holy smokes. I kind of slept on the power of the Shadow Alolan Sandslash. So now we're in a really rough spot. Shields are down. We are absolutely 100% waiting down the switch timer to the last microsecond so that we could perhaps catch, but it was just not meant to be. The switch timer just was not up. That Sandslash made quick work of our G-Fisk, not allowing us to set up the catch that we really needed. We needed to catch to win, but yeah, couldn't quite get that one done, unfortunately, but you can't win them all. That's the team. Good game, well played to our opponent. And how about Trevenant in Season 13? Still as strong as ever. Yes, there have been some obstacles introduced into the meta with the shift, with all the Noctowls and Wing Attack users, but If you have a solid team that can address those weaknesses, Trevenant could absolutely shine and put in the work. But yeah, this team, very strong if you're looking for a good Trevenant team. And guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching. Keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.